What's my mission? My friend Charles from New Garden is driving his car down, and he's going to have it staged here so he has a vehicle. My God, what a shaky hand today with the phone. And I'm going to fly him back to New Garden. Our planned departure was for 1 o'clock, but I just heard from Charles he won't be here for another hour and a half. Not happy. I definitely want to be back here well ahead of the time I will return, because I wanted to get fuel before they closed. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's time to get in the air. Oh, let's get a picture of this plane. Here comes that Mooney. See if I can zoom in. I can't. I did. Yeah, nice Mooney. All right, let's go back. All right, let's get to 3 Tango Charlie. I finished my pre-flight. What's up there? I didn't pull that last little cow plug or dorsal fin plug. I just put a quart of oil in, so that should bring me just about to 7. Yeah, it'd probably bring me just over 7. I had just under 6.5, so maybe just under 7.5. Already got the tug hooked up. Pre-flight is complete. Unplugged my heater. Hold on. Airplane noises. Squirrel. Oh boy, that's lumbering to climb out. There you go. Level that bad boy out. That one looked like she was struggling. So we already did our pre-flight, got the tug hooked up. Everything's good to go. Actually, I did my pre-flight yesterday. Mary came over with me, and the only thing I had to do was add a quart of oil, which I just did. But I walked around the plane again, which I always do multiple times. Let's take this out. We don't want to fly with this in. Although it wouldn't hurt anything. Only stop the cold airflow. So that's it. Pitot tube is uncovered. Nose plugs are out. Preheat's unplugged. I checked the temperature in the hangar today when we were coming back. Had to run over to Lewis, Delaware. Mary's heart doctor's over there. Sorry for the shaky camera. And we stopped at Capriotti's and got a Bobby. For those that don't know what that is, it's a hoagie roll, steak roll, turkey, mayo, stuffing, cranberry sauce. God, it's good. So we each got the 10-inch. I got a Bobby, and she got, I think it's a something with coleslaw on it. Cold turkey or something they call it. Hers has coleslaw. So we each ate a half, and we'll save a half for dinner. So I don't have to worry about that. And then Mary's running off to a cupcake decorating class, and I said, you better bring samples home, or else. So we'll see. Anyway, that's where we're at. My pre-flight's done. I did hook up my tail camera. I guess I can show that real fast. I have 48 gallons on board. Love that latch. It does a great job. I think that's the My Pilot Pro GoPro mount. And that's my little tail tie-down camera. It's a Drift Ghost X. Does a great job. Has about a 7-8 hour battery life when you remember to charge it. And I have another one, the XL, which actually I don't like as much, but I'm going to use that for crew camera. And then I'll have an over-the-shoulder camera today, and probably one wing camera. Since we're heading up the coast, I'll put it off the right side so we can see Ocean City, and then the coastline, the Delaware coastline, up the Delaware Bay and the Delaware River. Maybe you can get a glimpse of Wilmington Airport, and we're going to head to New Garden. All right, let me climb inside and hook up some cameras. 11902.
Remarks.
What's the weather up at
-1
at New Garden?
Beautiful. It was a little windy earlier.
Do you know what the ATIS is?
Municipal Airport, Ocean.
What the frequency is? 2395.
1928 Zulu. Wind 350 at 12. Peak gusts 21. Visibility
About the same.
10.
Winds are going to drop the later it gets.
Temperature 16 Celsius. Dew point -03 Celsius. Altimeter 3020. Remarks. Density altitude -100.
320, 14 to 19 knots. Gonna be gamey coming in.
Where?
320, 14 to 19 knots.
Up at, why is this so low?
Up at Wilmington.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know why mine's so low.
Mine's a little low too.
1, 2, 3.
But it's supposed to be dropping, so probably gonna be lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
All right, right about this point is where I accidentally switched to isolate. So while my communications in cockpit with Charles was fine and the radio was fine, there's no audio from the passenger back seat connections where I have my audio pumped into. So let's get through this part of the flight as quick as we can. All right, we are going to complete the pre-takeoff checklist, which I did. You saw me already tuck it away. Play a little bit of music here in the background, which I don't normally do. I'm folding up my towel to protect my right knee down by my audio connection for microphone and the headset. Line up. We had a jet that taxied out behind us, so we were just on time to bug out and not hold him up. Not that I really worry about that. I do what I do to keep myself safe. We did do an emergency brief, which is my typical anything on the runway, get on the brakes and get stopped. Once in the air, anything really below 1,000 feet, we're looking at 611 or the golf course. Straight ahead if we can find, but if you're climbing out, actually it's below 500 feet, I'll go left or right depending on the winds to 611 as a first go. Once above 1,000 feet we would turn back and work for any runway. Alright, here we are just finishing tucking up the gear. And I know that jet's waiting, so I end up making a call here. You can see it's already a little bumpy. I make my call that I am going to depart to the north and get out of his way, just to give him a heads up. And with that, we will let's pick up as we get closer to New Garden, since all my good audio is gone. It was an absolute gorgeous day to fly. Here we are just coming up on the Route 90 bridge. It's a little bumpy. And that is Isle of Wight right there below the right wing. Route 90 bridge goes from the Isle of Wight and then from the Isle of Wight into Ocean City. So just wanted to show that. We'll pick up and see if we can see Dover Air Force Base and Wilmington. Again, like I said, gorgeous day. Had some issues with my wing camera. And I do have footage of over the nose, but no sense showing that when you can get some beautiful footage from the tail tie-down camera. Here we are just going over Dover Air Force Base. And if you look in the bottom right-hand side of the base, you'll see one of the larger jets. There's quite a few planes there. That's the Aviation Museum. If you ever get a chance and you're in Dover, go stroll around through the museum. It's really, it's a day, not even a full day, but go take the time and visit. To the just under my left wing, just under the step, you have a row of C5s, and I think they have the C-17s there also. Quite a few planes out today, and like I said, the traffic was really busy in Dover. Alright, let's pick up and we'll see if we can get Wilmington and then capture our landing into New Garden. Here we are just crossing the C&D Canal. The bridge on the right is the original bridge on US 13, the St. George's Bridge, which was closed. I think it's reopened now. They had a whole new deck done. J.D. Ekman did a lot of work there. The bridge on the left is the Senator Roth Bridge. one of the newer bridges. I stood on that right as they made the connection, and it was neat to look down over the edge down to the canal. My boss wasn't happy that I did that, but it was a neat view. All right, let's head on for our landing into New Garden. All right, we made our 10-mile and 5-mile call. We're now approaching the airport, about a 2-mile 45 for runway 24. Called for gear down, 3 down in green, and we'll be entering the pattern here. I got approach flaps in also. All right, here we are, just turning final. Runway 24, and being up in Tufkenneman, the mushroom capital. There's the runway. It smelled. You can always tell when you're over the area. All right, lining up. The plane before us, Charles had talked to him, said the winds were pretty good, especially coming over the runway. When you're on short final here, right past this road, then there's a big dip. It can get a little bumpy. There you go. You can see us bouncing around a little bit. Yeehaw. Feet are dancing on the rudders. Coming in a little faster than I like. 2 notches of flaps. Just taking my time. Plenty of runway. Just letting it work its way down. Not bad. Just a little off center. Touched down and rolled out to the end. Then taxied back, and Charles jumped out, and I taxied right for the runway, made my calls, and departed for home. All right, here we go. Checking to make sure runway's clear. Still no audio, but like I said, I do discover that the isolate switch was in the wrong position south of Dover, which after we take off, I will advance down to just about ready to land at Ocean City, since we're getting a little long here in the time. I made my calls, trying to take up as much runway as I can. 1 notch of flaps. Watch the winds when I take off. I just drift right over. I drift over to the grass runway that the gliders use. Yeah, I got a little bit left here. You'll see in the tail cam. Let's see where that puts us. Alright, we're on the roll. Making good power, over 2,700 RPM. Nice and strong. And we're off. A little weather veining. And I just let myself drift right over. Jeez. There you go. Get it back on the center line there. Taking a little bit of work. Alright, no runway left. How about that gear? There we go. Calling for gear up. Alright, let's go pick up for our arrival into Ocean City.
Approach 596 Hotel Papa. 596 Hotel Papa, Dover approach. 596 Hotel Papa, I'm with Saratoga. Looking for a VFR flight following, leaving Golf Echo Daniels. Golf Echo Delta. 3,000, climb at 6,500 for Mike Romeo Hotel.
Where did Daniels come from? He cracked himself up. He corrected it though, Golf Echo Delta. I don't know where Daniels came from, but he did.
Number 96 Hotel Zulu Ident.
He did crack himself up.
96 Hotel, side down.
That's Cessna that just called. What's your position again, please?
from Delta, departing out to the west, half mile.
It's real hard to hear you. I don't know. On 123.050, it's just really, really hard to hear you. I'm just getting ready to cross midfield, enter left downwind 3-2. I'm looking for you.
I have no idea where she is. Where are you, girl? Where the heck is she? I see somebody going to depart 3-2.
Ocean City traffic, Bonanza 0 Tafa's off runway 32, Ocean City. City Tower 64678, taking off runway 32, staying in the pattern, Ocean City.
Let's go 20. There's a plane waiting to take off. All right, let's get there. Gas. Both. Undercarriage. 3 green. Mixture full rich. Pump is on. Moving the prop for go around. Nice and gentle. Okay, prop is set.
64678, turning left across runway 32, Ocean City. Ocean City traffic, Commander 3 Tango Charlie. Left base 32, Ocean City. I got him. Ocean City traffic, Commander 3 Tango Charlie, returning final 32 Ocean City.
100. Traffic, 9 o'clock, 2 miles, 400 feet above. Final runway 32.
All right, full flaps, here we go. Little high, little high. Nose up. Flaps up, pump off. I'm just going to let her coast right down to the end. All right, a fun day flying, only an hour, 1.8, but a chance to help my friend Charles, who has always helped Mary and I. So wanted to make sure he got back home to New Garden. Thanks for riding along today. Again, just a short flight, a little bit longer video than normally for me. But thanks for watching, thanks for riding along. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And sorry for the audio problems in the first half. Take care. Stay proficient.